I'm just here on my balcony off Sunset Boulevard, and did you know that too much light may be making you fat? And too much light may be making you poor? And what the hell am I talking about, right? Why am I wearing these orange lens blue blocking glasses? Well, I'm going to reveal all in just a second, so keep watching. Here's the thing, before the invention of the light bulb, we humans used to only see light at nighttime around a fire or by candlelight. But since the light bulb, now we're living in this artificial light world. In fact, there's so much light at night that we actually have light pollution. And that light pollution, being exposed to too much light at nighttime, is actually affecting our sleep. And when we do not sleep well, we tend to put on fat, we tend to get irritable, we tend to lose energy. So when we have a low energy and we lack clarity and focus because of poor sleep patterns, we aren't able to make as much money. We aren't able to focus on building a business. We aren't able to be living life at our optimum advantage. Why am I wearing these glasses? Well, to block the light at night. It rhymes, doesn't it? It's kind of cool. You know, they did this Harvard study in 2014 that showed that people who were looking at their electronics at nighttime, imagine you sitting in bed on your cell phone, you see the electronics here, the screen. The Harvard study showed that if you looked at your TV screen or your cell phone or an iPad, or you're playing video games, for example, you had more trouble falling asleep, you spent less time in that deep REM sleep, and you woke up feeling more irritable and tired than people who were not looking at electronics before sleep. So what do we do here? Well, like I said, we have to block the blue light. One way you could also block the blue light is by not looking at your electronics at nighttime, right? By not having overhead lights, by only having candlelight. But in today's world, just look around us. We've got lights on Sunset Boulevard, we've got lights on the billboards, we've got the lights from the cars, we've got traffic lights. There's light everywhere, and we're being exposed to this light, and that is affecting our sleep patterns. So one way is stay indoors, only have candlelight, no artificial light, or block the blue light with an orange lens. So when I discovered this and I read up on this, I actually bought a pair of really, really ugly orange lensed blue blocking glasses to block the blue light. But they were so ugly I couldn't go out on the town. I was worried about what people were going to think of me, because these goggles were like these safety goggles that workmen wear. You know, when they wear safety goggles to try and protect themselves from flying stones and flying rocks? So what I did was I needed to put the orange lens into a stylish pair of glasses that could be worn at nighttime. Not at daytime, but at nighttime. And so, after a few different prototypes, I came up with these, Swannies. My last name is Swanwick. I call these Swannies. Now, you might be thinking, who the hell is this guy? Who is this guy with the funny accent who's talking to you right now? Well, my name is James Swanwick. You may have seen me on TV before. I was a Sports Center anchor on ESPN. You may have heard me on my top iTunes podcast, The James Swanwick Show. You may have seen me on TV when I was interviewing Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, the former Vice President of the United States, Al Gore. And I have dedicated the last 3 years of my life to learning everything about health, about fitness, about nutrition. And along my way, I discovered the dangers of too much light, of this light pollution. So wanting to come up with a way to ensure that I was able to fall asleep quickly and have the best sleep possible, I came up with these glasses. Also wanting to make sure I kind of looked cool when I was wearing them, because I'm just vain enough that I don't want to go out wearing a big pair of ugly safety goggles. I came up with Swannies. Now, when I launched these in November of 2015, I sold out within 21 days. So, for a limited time, if you want to grab these glasses and wear them an hour and a half, 2 hours before you go to sleep, click the button right below where you're watching right now and grab your pair while stocks last. Like I said, I sold out in 21 days when I launched them at the end of 2015. People from around the world went crazy. Max Lugavere, who's one of the top health experts in the world, you may have seen him on the Dr. Oz show. He's also been on the Doctors TV show. Said that these are the most amazing glasses that he's ever put on, in the sense that they helped him sleep. His sleep improved dramatically. Sean Stevenson, the author of the book Sleep Smarter, says these are the best blue blocking glasses that you can get, and his sleep improved dramatically. Dave Asprey, the bulletproof executive, had me on his show, on his top-ranking podcast, and said he absolutely loved the Swannies and that they had been proven to improve your sleep patterns. So grab these, okay, for a limited time, and if you take action right now, okay, while you're watching this video, you're going to get a special discounted price, okay, but it's only going to happen if you take action right now, because like I said, I sold out within 21 days in the first batch. These things will not last. So if you are wanting to improve your sleep, if you're wanting to ensure that you don't put on a few extra pounds, if you're wanting to ensure that you have the energy and the focus and the clarity to do well in your business, or to get a promotion at work, or to have a better relationship with your kids, and to be less irritable and to be less frustrated and to really sleep well and get that deep restorative sleep, then you must block the light. Look at all the light around us right now. Grab a pair of Swannies right now, wear them about an hour and a half, 2 hours before you go to sleep. Block the blue light. You can still look at your cell phone 2 hours before sleep. You can look at iPads, you can play video games, as long as you're wearing these blue blocking glasses that block the dangerous blue light that affects your sleep. So take action now. Click the link below right now. Protect yourself, protect your family. If your kids are playing late night video games, grab a pair of Swannies for them and make them wear them. You must sleep well. If you don't, then you're going to put on weight, you're going to be irritable, you're going to be angry, everything's going to suffer. Don't suffer. Just remember, when the lights go on, put your Swannies on.